Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we are going to discuss whether you can wear a lab-created yellow sapphire for astrology. Also, we will discuss whether a yellow sapphire should be worn as a pendant or a ring. And if you are wearing a yellow sapphire, what are the dangers of wearing a yellow sapphire that you need to be aware of? So let's get started. So the first item on our agenda is to find out whether a lab-created yellow sapphire will work for astrological purposes. Now, in order to understand this, first we need to understand the purpose behind using gemstones for astrological purposes. Now, as you know, astrology in Hindi is called Jyotish. Jyoti is light, and Jyotish is the study of light. So the purpose behind using gemstones is to allow light to pass through the gemstone and transmit its specific frequency into our body. So now, when we understand this, we realize that the gemstone needs to be transparent or at least translucent. Now, as you can see, the gemstone on the left side is more transparent, whereas the gemstones on the right side, which are natural gemstones, are mostly opaque. So the opaque gemstones are not really going to transmit much energy into your skin. And as a result, they are not going to work that well. And if you were to spend money trying to find a transparent natural yellow sapphire, you are going to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars, and it is highly likely that those yellow sapphires have been treated to increase their transparency. Hence, from what we just discussed and from the experiments I have carried out in the last 12 years, I can confirm to you that it is safe to use lab-created gemstones for astrological purposes. In fact, it is the lab-created gemstones that work far better than natural gemstones. The next item on our agenda is whether a yellow sapphire should be worn as a pendant or in a ring. Now, many people believe that wearing a stone as a pendant in the neck protects the entire body. However, from my experiments, I have found that this is not true. When we wear a gemstone as a pendant, it is equivalent to wearing a gemstone in the index finger of our main hand, because the neck area relates to the throat chakra and connects to the index finger of our main hand. Hence, if you are wearing a gemstone in your neck as a pendant, then it is the same as wearing that gemstone in the index finger of your main hand. So in order to determine whether you can wear a yellow sapphire as a pendant, we need to determine whether you can wear a yellow sapphire in your index finger. Now, from my experiments, I have found that wearing a yellow sapphire in the index finger set in the metal gold gives the most powerful results of the yellow sapphire. However, yellow sapphire can be worn in almost all the other fingers of both hands depending on the result you are seeking. Hence, it is important to check your astrological chart thoroughly before determining which finger you wear the gemstone on and in which metal. The last item on our agenda is the dangers of wearing a yellow sapphire. A yellow sapphire is not for everyone. It is interesting that you would see that most astrologers claim that Jupiter is a benefic planet and hence anybody can wear a yellow sapphire with minimal side effects. Unfortunately, this is not true, and we will discuss some of those here. So, first point is when you wear a yellow sapphire, it is going to increase your sensitivity to light, sound, as well as unseen energies. That's right. Unseen energies is things like entities. You will start to sense things. You will start to listen to voices. If somebody is thinking about you, you will know exactly what they are thinking. It will feel like some kind of intuition. Now, if it is too strong for you, if you are already feeling these things, then it is obvious that this stone is not for you. The next point is toxic gas. So some individuals will find that wherever they go after wearing a yellow sapphire, somehow they get exposed to strong smells, whether it is the diesel from the diesel engine of a vehicle or gas leakage from their cooktop. It could be anything. And if you are experiencing exposure to toxic gas, it also means that the gemstone is not suitable for you, at least at that point in time. The third is exposure to loud events. So some people will find that when they wear a yellow sapphire and go out, that is when there's a motorcycle passing by with loud noise because it has not applied a silencer, or there's a blast somewhere. You just get exposed to loud events that give you a bit of a headache and frustration, or might even cause sensitivity in your chest. This also will tell you that the stone is not suitable for you. The next item is gambling addiction. This specifically occurs if you wear a yellow sapphire in gold in the middle finger of your main hand. In other fingers, it won't be as much pronounced, but if you are a gambling addict, it is better to not wear this gemstone. It will certainly give you some wins, but it is not going to give you a first prize. In fact, if you want to win more, you are better off wearing an aquamarine rather than a yellow sapphire. The next item is stomach cramps and ulcers. This is general, so in any finger you wear a yellow sapphire, the organ that finger relates to will start to experience cramps because yellow sapphire absorbs all the water from that area and it starts to get tight. For example, individuals wearing a yellow sapphire in the ring finger of their main hand will experience cramps in the stomach area because of the connection between the ring finger and the stomach. The next point is accidents to loved ones. Now, this is a very dangerous one, and it's mostly if you're wearing it on your non-dominant hand. So, for example, if you're a right-handed person and you wear the yellow sapphire on your left hand, then it is highly likely you will be causing problems to your loved ones. So, for example, your spouse is connected to your left hand ring finger. If you wear a yellow sapphire in gold, in the left hand ring finger, it is highly likely that your spouse will get into some kind of accident. So if you're wearing it in the ring finger of your left hand, it needs to be in silver. Hence, it is important to have your chart checked thoroughly before you go about finding a yellow sapphire to wear for yourself. The next point is yellow sapphire will attract more work for less pay. So you will find yourself doing more work. You will find yourself being employed under a boss, but you won't really be making much money. You will also find that you are working longer hours and you are not having enough time to entertain yourself. So things like going out to parties, enjoying good food, a yellow sapphire will restrict spending money on pleasure. And the last one is the more yellow the yellow sapphire, the more egoistic you will become. So natural yellow sapphires are usually transparent, almost like a clear quartz, and are slightly yellow in color. In fact, if they are slightly light bluish in color, like aquamarine or the color of the text in this video, they are actually more suitable. In India, because yellow is considered to be more lucky, people tend to find sapphires that are very yellow. Unfortunately, in today's age, that is not a lucky color, and it will create more ego and cause problems because you will find yourself getting frustrated with others, even on the smallest of things. This brings us to the end of this video. So in this video, you learned whether a lab-created yellow sapphire is suitable for astrology, whether yellow sapphire should be worn as a pendant or a ring, and the things that you need to be aware of when wearing a yellow sapphire. Now, I hope this short video has been of use to you, and until my next video, thank you.